What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and it's that time of the year again. We've got the new Samsung Galaxy devices, the S21 5G, and the big boy, the S21 Ultra 5G, as well as some extra little accessories Samsung came out with, the Galaxy Buds Pro, and their smart tags. We're gonna talk about these in just a second. Actually, I've got a video all about these. I'll have it linked right down below. I kind of already reviewed these, so if you want to check that out, links in the description. But the main attraction here are these two guys. So let's do a quick unboxing. All right, so I'll put the I said air tags. So I'll put the smart tags over here. So guys, which one should we go for first? Carl? Okay, save the big boy for last. I like that. All right, so here we have the S21 5G. Let's pop it open, right? This is I think it's the Phantom Violet color based on the S here. And these boxes look clean, and all these boxes are really small. Do we have one of the other boxes were definitely bigger, right? Yeah, it was, all right. And check this box out. It's got a nice slimmer design. I feel like we're seeing manufacturers these days come out with smaller boxes. We've kind of seen this before, but that's good. So let's pop it open. Okay, put this away, and we've got the phone. I like this. I like this a lot, actually. Samsung started leaning into the whole camera bump thing just with their S20 line, especially the S20 Ultra, as well as the Note 20 Ultra. I've got the Note 20 Ultra over here. I mean, check out this camera bump. Samsung's like, I don't care. It's there, and it's beautiful. And they kind of did a little bit more with this year's models by making it flushed with the frame instead of just being a big hunk in the middle. Carl, you got on purple right now. What you think?
I really thought that was blue, but it looks nice though.
Carl, did you say blue?
Bro, it's far. Like, it's mad far from me. Wait, Carl said blue?
Carl said blue.
Like, it don't look like a...
Anyway, back to the unboxing, guys. So we'll talk a little bit more about this design in a second. We just want to quickly look at what's inside of the box. Got some SIM card stuff, and let's see. So everything is now packaged in this small box. So let's see what we get in here. Quick start guide, and we've got our USB-C to C cable. All right, yeah, that's it? That's how they slimmed it down. These are the only two things that you get inside of the box. Now, I knew that they didn't carry the power brick anymore, so now we'll start to see a lot of manufacturers doing the same thing. We saw Samsung on social media make posts about the adapter. They did delete those posts because look where we are right now. Oh, okay, we also have a SIM ejector tool. But for those of you who aren't familiar with the new S21, let's kind of talk about it. Let's take a look at what makes this one so special and how Samsung got that price down to $799. I'll take it. All right, guys, here it is, the S21 5G. Now, one of the biggest changes you'll see is in the back. The materials that they used here is polycarbonate plastic, but that is what kind of helps bring the cost down. It's not that glass that we've seen in previous models. Helps the phone feel pretty light. This is a light feeling phone, but I will say, you'll probably hear all over, oh, Samsung went with plastic and all this and that, but in my hand, this does not feel like a cheap phone at all. Feel like, guys, check this out. No, right?
It's pretty light.
Yeah, does it feel cheap to you? No. Not at all, right? Now, fingerprint wise, I don't know which one of you did it, but y'all, Jay's like, it's me. I wasn't trying to point it out. But we got a couple of fingerprints on here, but I don't think it's going to be easy. I would walk around with this without a case and not worry about fingerprints so much. Now, I believe that the S21 Plus is gonna be made out of that glass material, so it's gonna have that matte glass look. In terms of colors, we're looking at Phantom Violet, Phantom Gray, Phantom White, and I think Phantom Pink. Okay, so I'm gonna power this thing on, but let's really quickly talk about the specs that you're gonna get with this now cheaper phone. So we are still getting a Snapdragon 888 processor. So that is the latest and greatest from Qualcomm. So you're getting the best chip that you can find on an Android device right now. We're also looking at 8 gigs of RAM across the board for the S21 and S21 Plus. We're looking at a 4,000 milliamp hour battery on this guy. which is the same as last year, but we'll see if software improvements have helped to give this thing a better battery life. But the S21 Plus does have a 4,800 milliamp hour battery. In terms of screen size, we're looking at a 6.2 inch display. S21 Plus has a 6.7 inch, which is really close to the S21 Ultra. Now, where we will see some changes that kind of help bring that cost down are the displays. So this is running a full HD Plus display. That's a step down compared to the Quad HD Plus that we used to have as an option before. I don't know if it's gonna have a huge impact, but it does suck to, kind of lose the higher resolution. Okay, so Jay's complaining about this white screen, saying it's blown out on the camera. So I'm gonna finish setting this up and then we'll talk a bit more about the phone. But while I'm going through the setup process, there's one thing I do wanna mention. So we do have that built-in fingerprint scanner in the display. And this has actually been increased 1.7 times. So it's a bigger fingerprint scanner. So you don't have to be super precise. That's one thing with a lot of like my Note 20 Ultra over there. I'm always just making sure I'm hitting that exact spot. So this might make it a little bit easier to go ahead and do some scanning and unlocking your phone. Okay, Jay, is this better for you?
Oh yeah, a lot better.
All right. As long as Jay's happy. So yes, we do have a lower resolution display, but luckily we still have access to that 120 hertz. And this, I believe, has a range of 48 to 120 hertz refresh rate. Basically what that does is going to help improve battery life, and it should also help make sure navigating the phone looks a lot smoother, nice and clean. Now, before we move on, we haven't talked about the cameras, which is one of the biggest changes on this device. So what we're looking at is a 10 megapixel front-facing camera. So in the back, we've got a 12 megapixel wide-angle camera, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide, and a 64 megapixel telephoto lens. These are pretty much the same lenses that we saw on last year's model, but of course there are software improvements, so we're gonna see how much of an impact those have on the new cameras. So that's pretty much the S21 in a nutshell. We've got 5G in here. We pretty much covered everything, right? Moving on. Let's check out the big boy, the S21 Ultra 5G. Now this one I'm actually really pumped for because that camera is supposed to be really improved. I remember when the S20 Ultra came out, there were so many promises and it was just like, dang, camera's not as great as we would have liked because it had some like focusing issues. Hopefully that's not gonna be an issue here. And man, this feels like a thicker phone. This feels so much, oh, hold on guys. I didn't mention this, flat display. So we don't have those edges bleeding off on the sides anymore, which I am super happy about. I just noticed the edges on this guy. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, so now we have a flat display. Now, I think the last time I did a real day in the life, I asked you guys, what do you think about that? It was pretty 50-50, which was surprising. I didn't know there were so many people that liked the edges being kind of tapered off. I'm not a fan of that, and I think Samsung must be listening to people out there because we're starting to see them go away more and more. So this is a thicker phone. Like, this feels like a solid phone. And check out that camera hump in the back, guys. Tell me that doesn't look heavy duty. That looks heavy duty. We've got 4 lenses over here, but we'll talk more about those in a bit. So right here, what we've got is the Phantom Black version of the S21 Ultra. Yo, I love this. This camera cutout area, I think it just looks dope. It kind of reminds me of like those old Nokia phones. Jay, remember the old, like the Nokia Lumia? I don't remember the exact one, but that had like a big camera bump on the back. I love it. When you're unapologetic about the design here, it just makes it easier for people to just say like, oh yeah, I just got a beefy camera, that's all, no big deal. But I am interested in what cases will look like for this phone. Like, this is a pretty huge bump, so should be interesting. But when it comes to the S21 Ultra 5G, we're looking at a few differences in terms of specs. Now, it's still gonna have that Snapdragon 888 processor, so it's the latest and greatest there. We're also looking at 12 gigs of RAM, and if you go with the highest storage option, you'll get all the way up to 16 gigs of RAM, which is insane. Now, in terms of battery life, this guy's rocking 5,000 milliamp hours. So that's a huge beefy battery. So I'm very excited to see what the battery life is like. And this thing is also rocking like that Quad HD Plus display that we're used to. And in terms of the refresh rate, instead of 48 to 120 hertz, we're looking at 10 to 120 hertz. You know what, before I jump into talking about the screen and all that, let me just set this up so I can demonstrate. All right, so we've got the phone all set up. Now that adaptive refresh rate, right? So when you're not really using the phone, let's say it stays on the home screen or something like this, instead of firing at 120 hertz where it's like making sure it's nice and smooth, it's all the way down to 10 so that it's not eating up the battery. One thing that I am happy with, it has a nice 6.8 inch display, but with that display, you get the Quad HD Plus, and you also get to finally use 120 hertz while in Quad HD Plus. So high resolution, high frame rates should lead to a good time. But let's be real, besides the size, the display, the RAM, the real big difference here is coming in with the cameras. So we have a really big 108 megapixel wide angle camera lens, which is a new lens. So I can't wait to see how that performs. But we also have a 12 megapixel ultra wide up top, a 10 megapixel telephoto at the bottom that does a 10 times optical zoom. And we also have another 10 megapixel telephoto that does a 3 times optical zoom. Now, I know Jay and we're gonna have some fun testing this thing out because Samsung makes some dope cameras, but this 108 megapixels, you know, new lens, new telephotos, it should be really, really interesting. And I believe there's also improvements to space zoom. So that's like their digital zoom. Can we just give that a shot? So we've got the 4 zoom ranges over here. This is the ultra wide, wide, telephoto with the 3 times, and the 10 times, right? So let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. Let's take a quick photo. I mean, it's not bad. Not bad for this kind of lighting. I'll take it. Let's get this Gundam all the way in the back here. Ooh, 100 times. And that looks so funky.
Oh, what is that?
But that's where the magic happens, Jay. It looks so bad on camera, but when you actually take the picture, it's not as horrible. It's 100 times, Jay. It's 100 times. But yeah, I think that should look pretty interesting. I can't wait to try it out outside. That's where we'll probably see way better results for that kind of thing. But yeah, this is the big selling point of the Ultra. Like, you've got all the crazy specs, the crazy cameras, the nice quality glass back. In case you were wondering, guys, this is pretty much gonna be the same unboxing experience. You got your cable, you got your quick start guide, and you've got your SIM ejector tool. But the S20 Ultra 5G does start at $1199. And that's actually kind of interesting. When you're comparing prices to like Apple, we've got $799. They made this a lot more competitive in pricing for the S21. iPhone 12 is $799. S21 Plus, $999. iPhone 12 Pro, $999. The S21 Ultra 5G is $1199, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max is $1099. So this costs a little bit more, but Samsung's banking on this being a probably more premium device. So we'll see. We'll test this in a real day in the life, let you guys know all the good and the bad. I'm actually going to be doing 2 real day in the lives. I'm gonna do, of course, with the Ultra and with the normal 21, because I feel like this is a kind of new territory where Samsung has scaled back quite a bit. We'll see if this impacts the end user. But that about wraps it up for this video, guys. Oh, no, it doesn't. I lied. We got the smart tags. So basically, this is their version of like Tile. We've been hearing rumors about Apple coming out with this for ages with AirTags. That's what it's supposed to be. And so I think, you know, Samsung beat them to the punch. So this is the smart tag. So I'm actually gonna throw this onto my keys, give that a shot. This should make finding devices a lot easier. If you're not familiar with Tile or you know what that's all about, basically you attach this to something and then you can use your phone to locate it. So if you misplace your keys, like where I put my keys? I do that. You guys don't even want to know. I do it a lot. And I'm always pulling out my phone, trying to find it, trying to find my wallet. So now you're gonna be able to go into the SmartThings app and be able to use that here. And the SmartThings app is available on a lot of different devices. So not just Galaxy devices. So it's on the iPhone. If you have a Samsung TV, you have access to the SmartThings app there. So you're gonna have a lot of different options in terms of being able to locate your devices with this guy. I'm gonna throw these onto my personal keys, let you guys know if it's worth it. But yeah, I think now that wraps it up. Stay tuned for the real day in the lives. Those are coming very soon. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let me know though, these prices, how do we feel about that? Do you like the cheaper? Do you not like the cutbacks? Do you not like the resolution? The fact that there are less things in the box? Let me know with a comment down below. But until next one, guys, it's your average consumer. Peace. I've been waiting for this baby though.